fight. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. So we're all set for football now from snowy Pittsburgh. And we are underway on a Monday night. Ray McCloud to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division title wild card spots up for grabs, so those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
First carry for Najee Harris. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Hands to the up man. This is why. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point through the snowflake, second good, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But you know, we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They built their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in the bye, that's terrific. The bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Roethlisberger will throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Now, these 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw hauled in by Washington. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. McLeod to return it. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll give this one to Watt. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the pullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They run for it with Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come up.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Play well drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield with it once more.
This one pulled in. Again, it's Hooper.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Final play of the half, Mayfield.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's got this down to the 35. So we've come up. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 27, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Chubb will get the call, running left. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple, down to the 19. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ben's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, but they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Snell. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 4th down conversions this drive now 3 for 3.
I'd love to get a look at his play chart right now because he obviously has confidence in everything he has written down in terms of short yardage and go.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Walker.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11.
11-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield under pressure, and they got to him again. Stephon Tuitt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And just shutting him off there. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, Bert.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down. Mayfield down. Here's Higgins out on the right side.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Mayfield.
Sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run again with Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Oh, boy, hang tight here. Down on the field, Juju Smith-Schuster. And everybody on that sideline holding their breath. We'll check on his status when we get back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go with Watt again, the fullback. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris.
120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered.